Golden Dome missile defense program introduced by Donald Trump very recently is it is essentially a defense program very similar to the Iron Dome program that most of you people out there are aware of. So Israel, like Sunny mentioned before in the video as well, Israel had this Iron Dome system, which people got to see really how it worked while they were going through their own issues with Palestine and Gaza. So how these defense program and systems really work is that if enemy country is trying to launch any missiles or drones in the airspace of your country, your radars and satellites and other missile detection equipment is going to detect some missile coming into your airspace. They will launch another surface to air missiles or air to air missiles to blow up extremely close to the incoming missile so that there is a very minimal impact of the incoming missile onto the country itself. Now, this is what Donald Trump this is how he introduced it. It is a defense program which involves the Golden Dome program. It is a defense program which involves the use of most advanced ground level missile detection radars and hundreds of satellites. And when you know hundreds and hundreds of satellites, what is the first thing coming into your mind? Elon Musk's SpaceX. But again, similar to Israel's Iron Dome, these would be able to detect and stop missiles at all four major stages of a potential attack, should there be any potential attack. First, detecting and destroying them before a launch, then intercepting them in their earliest stage of flight, then stopping them mid-course in the air, and then halting them in the final minutes as they descend towards the target. Again, target could be anything. It could be an air base, it could be a military base, it could be an army base, it could be the major infrastructure of a country, it could be a nuclear power plant, an electricity power plant, a grid, anything. Now, President Donald Trump took to Truth Social, my bad, to say that his administration was negotiating with Canada about joining his Golden Dome missile defense program, and they said, this is what they said, Sunny, $61 billion or $0. Again, President Donald Trump is addicted to tweeting out certain things. Before it was Twitter, now it's Truth Social. But again, he said it is going to cost Canada $61 billion if Canada chooses to become a part of the Dome program, the Golden Dome program, or it becomes $0 free of charge should Canadians decide to become a 51st state in the US. Now, this is another part, after listening to that statement, this is another part that a lot of people may not be very well aware of. Canada is actually playing a very crucial role in this Golden Dome missile defense program, and people they're completely overlooking this, and this is how people are overlooking this thing. The major part of this Golden Dome missile program, the very beautiful thing about how this works is to actually put on some radars, some ground level, most advanced radars that have ever been built in the northern region of Canada, which is again those provinces, the Northwest Territories, Yukon area, and Nunavut. Why? To save the sovereignty of Canada and US in the Arctic region so that we can prevent other enemy states or countries like North Korea, Russia, or China not to be able to take their resources from those parts. Now, as we talked about this before as well, Canada is already in talks with Australia when in March 2025 they signed a pact, an agreement for Canada and Australia to build some radar systems to put in the Arctic region in northern part of Canada. Now, why is Canada's involvement so important in this Golden Dome defense program? Let's talk about that, Sunny. Canada's northern territories provide the best vantage point for tracking missiles that could fly over the Arctic toward North America. And there have been some experts as well, Sunny. There have been some experts who suggest, who actually came out on media, not just in Canada, but even in US media outlets also, who said that Trump cannot fully implement the Golden Dome without Canada. The Arctic airspace is essential for tracking incoming threats, and without Canada's radar support or even just the regional support, the system will have huge significant blind spots. So right now, I think they are estimating for this Golden Dome to first be completed in the next 4 to 5 years. So it will not be completed in the next 4 to 5 years. And second, it is going to cost almost 500 or even $1 trillion should Canada not agree to get on this Golden Dome, Trump's Golden Dome program. And this is a very tricky situation to be in. First, Canada now has something they can hold against the US, against the tariff situation. Second, this is something Canada really needs because Canada does not have its own mature, independent, strong enough defense programs and military. You want something which is very important for you, as well as that is the only thing that you can negotiate with the other country to save yourself when it comes to the economy. Before I continue on this topic, Sunny, do you have any thoughts?
I see a few things being highlighted right now. The very first one being is the long-standing approach of Canada for the disarmament of nuclear weapons. Canada has been a pro towards it. So, using the ideology where Canadians sentient stands for the nuclear weapon technologies, I think this is being seen as a controversial topic among the parliament in itself as well, where there's going to be a lot of viewpoints on this being taken as if that in order for this to be implemented, you are saying yes to the nuclear powerhouse, and you're trying to put countries in a race up or a grant up for or a war up for the nuclear missiles as well. So this will be taken as an approach towards building each country's nuclear equipment, which I don't think so that is coming and in good stance with the Canada. So that's going to be a discussion that's going to be very interesting to see as to how Canadians see and feel this as being the part of it. Second thing that is coming up is say for example if Golden Dome is implemented, right? Say we launch radars, we have interceptors in our Arctic regions, right? Hopefully not, but say a missile comes in. The approach towards launching the missiles will be a trigger by US or will it be a trigger by Canada? That itself is a sovereign question as well, because Canada, for whatever reasons, will not go towards US being as the presser of the button. No, that's gonna be Canada. And will US stand in a way to see Canada being as a person or being as a government to say yes, to say no, or to say intercept that missile or what to do with it? That's going to be very interesting to see how these communications, how these conversations are being brought up. The last one I think is also the initial conversations of this Golden Dome being brought up is been taken very seriously by China, Russia, and all other countries as well. Russia has even gone on this stance to say this implementation of interceptor by Canada will be taken as a national threat as well. So Canada will have to be very strategic about this as to how they want to plan out and how they want to play out about it.
Also, given the fact that they came out in support of Ukraine, so yeah, Russians will definitely take it as a national threat, of course. But anyways, another thing that makes really this program very chaotic is that Donald Trump so far has requested a Golden Dome defense program investment into Congress. So he cannot really go ahead and build this until he gets the full approval in the Congress. And again, he has the majority government in the Congress for $25 billion in tax and spending mega bill moving through Congress. And until that's passed, we can't even talk about the construction or for this program to be initiated. And then the other part of this program that makes it really chaotic is Canada's federal budget hasn't been announced yet, which was supposed to be announced this April, given the fact that we had elections on April 28th this year. The best hope for us to receive the federal budget on how the government is going to spend their bill was in May, but that didn't happen. Instead, we have an announcement from Mark Carney, from Prime Minister Mark Carney, that we are going to have a federal budget coming in the fall. So until we have that idea, we really don't know if Canada is going to support or is Canada going to participate in this defense program with the US or not, or they will just stick to Australia and Europe's rearm defense plan. So this is really early stages for us to talk if Canada really is going to be a part of this defense program or not. But one thing, 100% to check it out in the coming few weeks or months, how Mark Carney responds to Donald Trump when it comes to and to check even the defense in Canada.